chase double dreams.
What I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase double dreams.
Now what I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase double dreams. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, red colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here. The Tar Heel State of Northgate Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Monday down. 180.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Carr. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Rodgers under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Marcel Duck, 331 pounds for the sack. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's taken down here by the Saints. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds a man right there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Carr.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And some
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
319. Blue down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
On the carry, Thompson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 17, Rodgers being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this throw caught left side. And way up, he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Carr to throw. Steps away to his left. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Philip Dorsett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Blue 58. Check 53 flat. I hope you brought your left.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking end zone for Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover.
It's study and understanding what they like to do.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So from the 36 now, first and 10. This is Thompson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
53 is the mic.
They go with Thompson again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. But he's into the clear. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley, 76 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. To throw, it's called. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
You're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On first down, Thompson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Check back.
Now Rodgers throwing again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that.
And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
It's our time.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. On play action, Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. K1 short. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Lambo, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
To throw is Rodgers. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Keelan Cole, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Rodgers again now. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. To Thompson on the screen. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Saints 11-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Come to me, it's me. Back one. Hey, Foxtrot. Go Mike 50.
They run it here with Thompson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. this one is right through. And that'll tie things up now at 22. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, a run with Thompson. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. The 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.